All right. I'm Travis with MountedMMA by way of Ramblin and Gamblin Sports. I'm here live with a light heavyweight contender, Fabio Cherant. Fabio, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Shout out to Tony and Garrett at Ramblin and Gamblin. Appreciate those guys for giving me this opportunity to come and talk. I know you're on your way to training. I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time. Just want to kind of talk to you, get your feel around, what's been going on recently in your career, with coronavirus and all that. So I know you're on your way to train. How different is your training now since COVID-19?
Super different. At first I was just training like once a day, and it was at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we were sneaking into the gym because we weren't supposed to be at the gym, And I went from training like two, three times a day to just once. Very hard, man.
You train in Houston, right?
What's that?
You train in Houston?
No, I'm from Boston.
Boston, okay. I don't know what I thought it said Houston. Where are you training out of? What gym?
Lausanne's MMA and Triforce.
Nice. I was watching your Dana White Contender Series fight first. That was the first fight I watched. And what promotions were you fighting in before then? Because they were really talking about how this was definitely like your first real test as a martial artist. They're saying your quality of opponents wasn't that great beforehand.
I said hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. I was saying, ask that question again.
So I was watching your Dana White Contender Series fight, and the broadcasters were talking about how this was your first real test. I think they said your opponents before combined record was like 3-11 or something like that. What local promotions were you fighting in before then?
CES, in Rhode Island.
And that's just a regional, like New England circuit.
Yeah, I mean they have people from all over the place coming times, but the light heavyweight division, like in the regional scene, is not like as talented as some of the lighter classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand that for sure.
I mean, like if you check some of the guys I train with all high level dudes. So I feel like the people I train with make up for my opponents. Like, when I fought Alexa on the Contender Series, like when it didn't look like I was getting outclassed, I got outworked. You know what I mean? The whole fight, I got caught with a knee after I done him. Like if anything, like it shows that like that shit doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking whiz kid, So I don't know what people are looking for when they say, oh, opponents' wins and losses are different, this and that, Like look at the people I train with. I train with fucking dogs.
Yeah, you definitely showed that, like, no matter what the record of your opponents are, you definitely were fitting there. I thought that you were kind of controlling that fight a little bit. I mean, he was throwing some leg kicks in the first round that weren't doing a whole lot of damage, but you had him rocked through the knee out of nowhere. That's crazy.
Like look at my last opponent. But my last opponent, I guess, was saying that he's fought way tougher and way more talented guys than me, and I'm pretty sure, like I still haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure I finished him faster than those other more talented fighters finished him. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro. Like,
that was Eric Murray Jr., right?
Yeah, Eric Murray Jr.
Anaconda choked him out in 57 seconds, so that's probably a lot faster than most people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and Grant, I'm like, bro, like, So you're going off of opponents' wins and losses. You fought more talented guys that have struggled to beat you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they might have finished you in the second round or whatever later in the first round, but I finished you in under a fucking minute. Like, so that I hope that fucking shows something. You know what I mean?
kind of like circling around to that fight. How did you get the what got you into LFA? Was it the Contender Series that kind of like got you the notoriety that you needed to be seen by the LFA? Is that how you got in?
No, my manager actually set that up. We had like I wasn't expecting on fighting till close to the end of the year, and out of the random blue, my manager just texted me and goes, "Hey, do you want to fight for LFA, July 24th?" And we tried to get on the get on that card, but there are no openings for that. It's either that or nothing, and I up until like out to I was training at the MMA lab, and I had overheard John Couch say that LFA is starting to have shows and stuff like that again, and I was like, oh shit, this might be an opportunity. So I texted my manager and I was like, hey, what's going on here? I'm down to get on this card. Just kind of yeah.
Yeah, you know, if you stay successful in LFA and keep getting finishes, especially by submission, I feel like Dana White will definitely call you back and give you a shot. Yeah, I've seen him take somebody who lost a Contender Series fight that proceeded to do well in their respective promotion and shot in the UFC.
One more time.
I'm saying that if you continue to do good in LFA and continue to like get submission stoppages, especially in the first round, you have to think that Dana White will give you a call relatively soon, with the LFA being a premier UFC.
Hold on, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, you're so I was saying, if you continue to get first round stoppages by submission, or even just first round stoppages in general, you have to think Dana White will give you a call relatively soon. With LFA being one of the premier feeder series to the UFC, and with there already being some familiarity there, you can be in the Contender Series.
I have no idea what's going on. Hold on. It sounds like the thing keeps like muffling wicked bad. I'm gonna try and put on headphones, see if it'll tune.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No worries again.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. So what I was saying was, you have to think if you continue to get first round stoppages in the LFA, with that being a premier martial arts organization that Dana White looks at, you have to feel like he's going to give you a call pretty soon if you keep getting guys choked out in the first round.
I mean, I think just my performance alone a couple weeks ago shows that I belong. I deserve another shot at the Contender Series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If like I'd probably be in the UFC right now if I won my last fight against Alexa. You know, so I think maybe one more fight we'll do it. If not this one, right now we're just sitting there. I'm gonna just train, stay ready, and see what happens. I'm preparing for LFA in September, but if anything happens before that, I'll be ready.
Do you have a fight agreement signed in September?
They have a card on September 4th that I'm trying to get on.
Okay. Is there anybody that you're trying to fight particularly, or you're just trying to get into a light heavyweight fight in there?
Just to fight. See what's on the table.
You did miss weight the last fight. I can't remember how much. Is fighting at heavyweight an option for you, or is your natural
Not even a little bit.
too low?
I mean, listen, I went from training 2 to 3 times a day to training once in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, having all day not doing anything, just sitting on the couch, eating junk food, and just not taking care of my body. That's what happened. I missed weight because of that. Like, I walk around at 210, 215. You want me to fight it? Not you per se, but you want me to fight at heavyweight? Nah, man, come on.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
That'd be wild.
Yes, please say a light heavyweight.
My intentions are to like get into once I'm in the UFC is to go down to middleweight, but like right now I'm just gonna do everything at light heavyweight and go from there. But like heavyweight is not even a thought in my head.
You have some pretty heavy hands for a light heavyweight, so going down to the middleweight division would be definitely like some heavy hands. How do you like? You seem every fight I've seen you had the guy kind of stunned, rattled a little bit. How do you keep ending up with submission wins, like instead of like TKO wins? Is that like strategy, like you're more comfortable getting them to the point of weakness and then choking them out, or is that just kind of how it unfolds?
It's how it happens, man. Like my last fight, because of the gyms not being open and stuff, I didn't really get to do jiu-jitsu or anything like that. I just worked my boxing. I worked my boxing for the 3 months of the quarantine, because that was the only gym that I could train. So I was doing a lot of boxing, and and like 4 minutes before I walked out to that fight, me and my coach were like messing around with each other, right? Like play sparring, and he did something where he shot in, and I just went for a quick guillotine on him. And then he looked at me and goes, "Hey, worst comes to worst, you can just go back to submitting people, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I want to knock him out." And then I feel like that just jinxed me super hard, And of course, I fucking got an issue, and I wasn't happy with it, but I was happy with the win, but I wasn't happy with how I won. I thought I was going to get my first knockout.
It was a sick choke. You don't see the anaconda choke very often.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. Like, I do that in training, or like getting taken down. I'll set it up, but I won't really go for it. So I think he was looking for a way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's not one you see that often. Yeah, it really shows you on the mats.
Like, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I was like, "I can't believe I just." Yeah, so it's funny because this is how shocked because I didn't even know. I thought that was $1. The refs and the announcer didn't even know what it was. The ref and the announcer went up to my coach or my teammate and was like, "Hey, what kind of submission was that?" And my teammate was like, "I don't know. Just say it was a Darce choke or something. I don't know." It was funny.
Yeah, that's definitely really unique getting a choke like that. Yeah. So, how do you get the nickname Water Buffalo?
Everybody always asks me this.
Because it doesn't really like fit organically. I mean, like I'm not trying to disrespect you, but it doesn't fit organically like in the middle of your name. So I thought it was something like you were called when you were a kid or something like that. That's why I'm asking.
No. So when I first started doing MMA, like I've only been doing this for 4 years, So when I first started doing it, my my coach used to like be amazed by how big and like how strong and stuff I was. So he would always. One day he had asked me, he was like, "Yo, what's your nickname?" I was getting ready for my first amateur fight, and I was like, I was like, my football coaches used to call me the Nigerian Nightmare, but I'm not African, so that doesn't really work. And then I said I wanted to be the Panther or something like that, and he goes, you can't give yourself a nickname. That's cheesy. I was like, all right, what would you name me? He goes, you're big, you're black, you hit hard, you know. You should do the water buffalo. And I'm like, what? My other coach said the NFL preseason, and then I think the water buffalo stuck. Like for me, I'll usually like most of my teammates and stuff just call me Buff or like Buffalo or something like that. You know what I mean? The water buffalo is what announcers say, but like if like somebody's gonna call me, they don't call me Fabio, or they just say what's up, Buff, or something like that.
It's a super unique nickname, one of the cooler ones that I've seen.
It's
Um,
different. It's different. At first, I hated it because the fucking water buffalo. I'm like, what the hell is that? So I wasn't really vibing with that. And then like I think after a couple more fights of having it, it just grew. It grew on me.
yeah, it does kind of really fit though. It fits with your style.
Yeah, I like it.
Um,
I like it now.
I know you're about to have to get training, so I don't want to take up a whole lot more of your time.
It's all
Um,
right, bro.
I do appreciate you coming on with me, though. I appreciate the talk. We had a little bit of signal issues, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I really do want to give a quick shout out from one of my guys, Tony at Ramblin and Gamblin Sports. He really likes one of your friends, Mando Gutierrez. So he just said, "Tell him hey." So
That's my boy. He's good shit. We actually just like first met first met each other. Getting to that fight card, like we didn't know who each other was before that, but as soon as like so we're signed under the same management team, and we the manager made like some fight card picture or something like that, and like from there we followed each other. We were chatting about how pumped we were to like get on this card and fight, and then as soon as like we got to South Dakota, we started like we were linking up, hanging out, talking, shooting the shit, and yeah, he's a really cool kid, he's a stud, so I like him too, man. I think he's gonna his ceiling is going like through the roof.
yeah, cool story. Well, tell him that us at Ramblin' Gamblin and MountedMMA said, "Hey, we'd love to get him on sometime as well."
Yeah. I'll send him a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because like it's like because a lot of guys, especially MMA fighters, like I'm not a big fan of interviews. I feel like some interviews are just like super like repeated. They ask the same questions, so it just gets boring. But and like a lot of MMA fighters are on the same page. They're like, man, it's always the same questions. How is camp? How is this? How is that? Like, I don't know. It gets old. And sometimes I have interviews where it's like, all right, this isn't bad. And then sometimes I have interviews and I'm just like, come on, bro, like the same question. Like no offense to you, like the water buffalo question. Like I just did 3 interviews and all 3 of them asked me the same question. But each interview was way different, you know what I mean? But like they asked the same question, which I don't mind. But like I hate like the prep, like people when they ask the preparation before the fights, like how is the weight cutting, how's this, and how I don't know, man. It's tough to explain. It just like it gets super repetitive, having to explain the same shit all the time.
I can understand that. Hopefully, this
Yeah,
one wasn't that special on.
no, it wasn't bad, bro. It wasn't bad.
All right. Well,
I
I'll,
wouldn't
I'll
have.
let you go. What was that?
What's up? Oh, I was just gonna say I wouldn't have been telling you what I just said if I thought that.
All right. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, man, I'm pretty set.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. Let you get to training. Good luck to you. Hopefully, you can get on this September card. Get you a couple more wins. Hopefully, we'll see you in the UFC one day.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, you as well, bro. Peace.